His ticket was 616, but the winning number was 919. He came up with a foolproof winning strategy. He waved the ticket, then tossed the number plate into a toy train. The toy train circled, transforming the numbers into 919. Thus, Mr. Bean got a chance to travel to France, starting his delightful Golden Week trip. He was headed to Cannes, drawn by the inviting sunny beach. Mr. Bean eagerly took his camera to document everything on the trip. As soon as he exited the train, a major mistake happened. He agreed with the taxi driver to go to Cannes, but someone else quickly took the taxi. Unaware of this, Mr. Bean got on a bus heading to La Défense Arch, and he was quite happy, not realizing the taxi had gone off course. Mr. Bean ended up in a strange location. Amidst the cold buildings, I wondered where the beaches were. He stopped a passerby to ask for directions to the seaside. Due to his unfamiliarity with the area and limited gestures, no one understood his attempts to communicate. A map was available next to the square. He located his destination on the map and, using his compass, determined his direction based on cardinal points. Mr. Bean is quite stubborn. He doesn't know how to turn while walking and just waits when blocked. He crossed stone benches and the road, frustrating drivers and almost causing a traffic jam. During an interview with a famous director, Mr. Bean interrupted without looking up, causing the camera to focus solely on his large nose instead of him. The director's expression appears to be filled with hatred. He reached a bus station to buy a sandwich. While paying, he accidentally caught his tie, which made him miss the train. He finally succeeded in pulling out his tie. With an hour until the next train, Mr. Bean chose to relax at a fancy restaurant with attentive, even slightly flirtatious, service. Mr. Bean, not understanding French, ordered a seafood platter based on the butler's suggestion. He struggled to swallow while observing the fresh oysters on ice. He nearly gagged after a small bite. He seems to be having a fit, if unaware. He put in his all but ultimately accepted defeat. Embarrassed by the butler's pleased look, Bean reluctantly filled his scarf with the leftover oysters one by one. Carrying the oysters wasn't a viable option for Bean. He then had a clever idea. He pretended to drop his knife, bent down, and discreetly dumped the oysters into the lady's bag. The butler urged Bean to taste the tasty crayfish, but after biting the tail, Bean nearly vomited. Who eats crayfish with the shell on? The woman beside him was speechless. Bean quickly paid and fled after receiving a bad phone call. Then, when the lady next to him reached for her phone, she let out a scream. After leaving the restaurant, Bean arrived early at the station, prepared to record with his camera. Bean selected a lucky audience member to assist with filming. The man set the coffee down and focused on being Bean's photographer, but faced challenges due to staff obstructions. I spilled a person's coffee by mistake. Mr. Bean took the photo and happily got into the car, leaving the man outside. The man pursued him outside as Mr. Bean filmed inside the car. He could no longer laugh as the man's child cried for him in the car. Mr. Bean noticed the boy's sad expression and tried to comfort him in his own unusual way. The boy pushed Mr. Bean due to his annoying face. He caused the separation between the boy and his father. The boy was ready to reunite with his father at the station. Mr. Bean saw a drunk man threatening a boy outside. He hurried to scare off the man, but when he returned, he discovered the boy had stolen his camera. Mr. Bean had no choice but to get off the train, leaving his bag behind as it departed. Mr. Bean felt anxious, but fortunately, the boy, unable to watch, returned the camera and mimicked him to ease the tension. The two waited for a train that unexpectedly did not stop at their station. The man had no choice but to write his phone number down, which Mr. Bean quickly recorded with his camera. Due to the last two numbers being blocked, they had to try each one until the next train arrived to board together. However, after boarding the train, Mr. Bean suddenly realized he had left his wallet behind at the public phone booth. Just at that moment, the conductor approached to check tickets, and Mr. Bean quickly hid the small boy he had been helping. Mr. Bean entered the restroom but found someone inside, resulting in a loss of dignity. The conductor found the boy odd, leading to their expulsion. The boy, without money or luggage, chose to beg for food. He approached a woman with a sob story and managed to get her to give him money. Mr. Bean decided to try it and approached the woman. Some believed he was asking for money. Others thought he was having a fit. After struggling to understand, they went to the market, tempted by the delicious food. Even a small amount of money can overcome a hero. They needed funds for food. Mr. Bean planned a street performance and borrowed a speaker. He carefully placed it on the busy street, and when the shop owner played lively music, he joyfully began to dance along. Mr. Bean's bizarre dancing skills deterred people from giving him money. The speaker shop owner's sudden play of an opera marked Mr. Bean's territory entry. Their performance was so vivid it felt like being in an opera house. Passers-by began to stop and cast admiring glances at them. Everyone helped Mr. Bean and the boy, enabling them to earn a fortune. The two bought food before catching the bus, but their ticket fell out. Mr. Bean pursued the ticket, but a chicken unexpectedly stepped on it. Mr. Bean chased a chicken, but an old farmer caught it. Mr. Bean, indifferent to the boy, pedaled his bicycle at incredible speed. He caught up to the vehicle, but was scared off by a dog. Mr. Bean followed the vehicle into a farm. He was surprised to find a dizzying chicken farm inside, filled with thousands of chickens. Bean searched extensively, but found nothing, stepping in chicken droppings. His car was crushed when he returned. Bean was curious about what could crush his car in broad daylight. He grabbed his camera and noticed it was a tank. What is a tank doing out here in the wilderness? But he didn't have time to think. The most important thing was to get back to the city. He stood by the road trying to flag down a car, and an old man on a rickety bike came slowly. The old bike couldn't hold two people, and as the man repaired it, a devious thought occurred to him. Find joy in the present moment. Given this bike's impressive speed, attempting to steal it wouldn't prove to be very beneficial or practical. The old man angrily took his bike and left quickly. Frustrated, Bean was trapped inside a restroom after a gust of wind locked him in. At that moment, several cars passed by, including a bus. Bean tried to get their attention, but they ignored him. Bean had no choice but to take the restroom. The shell was shattered when it was hit in the road. After a day and night of walking, Mr. Bean slept deeply. He woke up to find himself in ancient times. People were dressed in medieval clothing and acted like they were from the past. A tank entered and destroyed the nearby building, causing chaos as soldiers rushed in and frightened a beautiful woman. Mr. Bean quickly saved the shocked woman by tackling her to the ground. It turned out they were filming a scene, and Mr. Bean's actions disrupted everything. The director mistakenly thought Mr. Bean was an extra and had him costumed. Mr. Bean deviated from the script and brought his own camera. He was fired by the director. Mr. Bean plugged in a power strip after the camera ran out of battery. His action caused the explosive devices on set to malfunction. The director scolded the demolition expert, and Mr. Bean plugged the power back in as he prepared to demonstrate. The director was taken away in an ambulance, while Mr. Bean was oblivious. He walked down the road and signaled a little yellow car driven by Jenny, the leading lady. A minor actor in the crew is getting ready for the film premiere and can bring Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean and the boy get along well and later meet at the restaurant. It turns out that after parting ways with Mr. Bean, the boy hung out with a band, slapped Mr. Bean, and the band thought it was a tradition from Mr. Bean's hometown, so they joined in. The three then set off together to meet the boy's father. The little yellow car traveled day and night to the Film Festival, where Jenny appeared on TV as they prepared to refuel. The boy's father believed Mr. Bean had kidnapped his son, leading to widespread missing person notices. Jenny disguised Mr. Bean as her elderly mother and herself as her daughter to trick festival security and evade the police. Mr. Bean and the boy had to stay outside due to one ticket. Mr. Bean, undeterred, observed weak security at the back entrance while parking and sneaked in using a fake ticket. If caught faking by security, he wouldn't panic. Getting knocked out would allow him to sneak the boy in during the film screening. Jenny was excited for her performance, but the director cut all her scenes. Mr. Bean decided to support Jenny by sneaking into the projection room and showing his own footage to the audience. Mr. Bean accessed the cinema lobby by finding a window. He moved across the seats to the big screen, where the image was paused on the boy's shot, and his dad found him. The boy stood up, and the audience favored Mr. Bean's work over the dull film by the director. They applauded warmly. The director initially aimed to trouble Mr. Bean, but credited himself for the film's success, resulting in a happy ending. Mr. Bean found the door to his dream seaside vacation spot, rendering everything else unimportant. He walked step by step towards the beach with his camera. The world made way for him on rooftops, truck cargo, and surfboards. Mr. Bean returned to the beach to enjoy his golden week. He reunited with the little boy, Jenny achieved stardom, and the director showcased his latest filming techniques. Mr. Bean joyfully danced as the waves crashed, marking the film's end. Despite the journey's challenges, the ending was joyful. Mr. Bean delivered 90 minutes of joy and laughter through his acting.